hand, gentle popping, and tool, scraping the sounds right out of the pore. There it goes, a long waxy plug with that darker tip. I'll lift that away and blot the area with sterile gauze. You can see
I'm going to apply a bit of pressure around the pore. You'll see the plug start to rise. Now we guide it out slowly, keeping the skin taut. There it is, one continuous filament, and it's free. I'll clear
I'm going to center the loop over the blackhead and apply gentle, even pressure. Now you can see it start to rise. There's the oxidized tip and the creamy body following right behind. Perfect.
I'm placing the loop directly over the enlarged pore, applying steady downward pressure. The contents start to rise right through the center. There it is. Dark on top, lighter underneath. I'm keeping the tool low so the plug glides out clean.
Gentle pressure with the loop right around the blackhead. As I press down, you'll see the plug begin to release. It's coming out in one smooth piece, dark on the tip with a lighter tail of oil behind it. That's a good, clean extraction.
We position the loop right around the blackhead and apply even pressure. The plug begins to lift, and you can see it coming out in one piece. Once it's fully removed, we blot the area and finish with a soothing.
We're going to press gently around the pore to expose the plug. Slow, steady pressure lets it glide out cleanly. There it is. We'll remove the excess and give the area a quick dab with a sterile swab. Nice and clear now.
I have the loop seated right over the blackhead. A little bit of pressure, and you'll see it start to lift. There it goes. That oxidized tip first, then the softer yellow plug follows behind. And that's the whole contents of the pore. Nice and clean. We'll wipe away.
I'm applying steady pressure with the loop, keeping the skin taut so we can express the plug cleanly. There it comes, dark tip first, followed by the lighter core of sebum. I'll lift that away and blot. The pore is... We'll start with this one here on the side of the nose. I'm just going to create a bit of tension on the skin, then use the loop to apply gentle, even pressure. You can see the material expressing from the pore, nice and smooth. I'll clear that away with some gauze.
I'm setting the loop right around the blackhead and applying gentle, even pressure. You can see the plug starting to lift. As I glide the extractor down, the sebum column slides out in one piece. There it is, nice and clean.
I'm applying even pressure on either side of the pore. You can see the plug starting to lift right there. Keeping the tool steady, and there's the core followed by the waxy tail. Once it's free, I lift straight up. The pore looks clean, so I'll blot away any excess.
The loop of the extractor is placed around the blackhead, and gentle, even pressure is applied. As the skin is compressed, the plug of oxidized oil begins to rise to the surface.
Gentle pressure with the loop around the pore. The top is lifting. There it goes. Slow, steady extrusion. You can see the thick core rising out of the follicle, keeping even tension so it comes in one piece. And that's the end of it. Now we'll clear any residue away.
I'm setting the extractor loop right around the blackhead and applying steady downward pressure. You can see the plug beginning to release, and there it is, the darker tip followed by the lighter keratin core. We'll wipe that. I'm going to put a little pressure here. Let me know if it's too much.
Okay.
There we go. You can see it coming right out, and that's the rest of it. Just going to wipe and check once more. Looks good. I'll dab a bit of solution to calm the area. I'm placing the loop right over the blackhead and applying slow, steady pressure. As the plug lifts, you can see the darker tip followed by the softer core. We wipe that away on the gauze and check for anything left behind.
I'm going to apply a little pressure here. Let me know if you feel any discomfort.
Okay.
Feels fine. You'll feel a bit of relief as it comes out. There we go, and it's almost done. Perfect.
I'll dab away the excess oil. Looks clean and smooth now.
Great. I'm gonna press gently right here. Let me know if it's too much pressure, okay?
Feels fine.
There it goes. You're doing great. Just a little more. Perfect. We'll clean that up and you're all set.
Placing the loop right over the opening. A little steady pressure here. You can see the skin blanch just a bit. There we go. It's expressing nicely. I'll lift and catch it on the gauze. And that pore looks clear now. Just a touch of redness.
I'm applying steady pressure around the pore. The skin blanches a bit. That's normal. There's the plug starting to rise. Slow, even pressure, and it's coming out cleanly. We'll wipe that away with gauze.
I'm positioning the loop directly over the blackhead here on the side of the nose. Gentle, steady pressure. You'll see the plug express right through the center of the loop, and we get that solid core followed by the lighter sebum. I lift up slowly.
We're going to ease this blackhead out using light, even pressure with the loop. Notice how the skin is being stretched so we can get to the contents of the pore. As the pressure builds, you can...
I'm placing the loop right around the blackhead and applying steady pressure. You'll see the dark plug start to lift. As I roll the extractor forward, the contents slide out in one piece, dark on the surface and lighter underneath.
I'm going to apply a little pressure here. Let me know if anything feels uncomfortable.
Okay.
And there's the plug right out. Perfect. I'll just blot the area for a moment. Looks nice and clean. How does that feel?
Feels good, thank you.
I'm setting the loop right over the center of the blackhead. You can see how the pore opens as I apply steady pressure. There's the plug beginning to rise, dark tip first, followed by that lighter core. I'll clean the area with a sterile pad.
Placing the loop right around the blackhead and adding gentle, even pressure. The plug starts to rise. You can see the core coming through the opening. And there it is, the entire filament released in one piece. A quick dab.
Gentle, steady pressure. You'll see the contents start to rise right to the surface. There it is, that pale plug of oxidized oil. We lift it away and the pore can breathe again. Moving to the next one, pressing it.
Here, we're going to remove this blackhead right here on the cheek. I'm using a loop extractor and applying steady, even pressure. You can see the plug start to rise. There it goes, dark tip first and the lighter material follows. Once it's
I'm going to press around it nice and gentle. There it goes. Just letting that come out on its own. Perfect. We'll clean the area up. Looks nice and clear now.
I'm placing the loop over the center of the blackhead and applying slow, even pressure. As the skin blanches, the plug starts to rise. That dark core is oxidized sebum and dead skin.
I'm placing the loop right around the blackhead and applying even pressure. You'll see the plug start to lift. There it comes, dark tip first, then the softer material behind it. Once it's out, we just wipe the area to clear any residue. Gentle pressure with the loop right over the center of the blackhead. I'm squeezing slowly so the pore has time to open. There it comes, a little plug of oxidized oil. Wipe that away. The skin's looking nice and clean. Let's check the smaller one next to it. Press.
I'm placing the loop over the blackhead and adding slow, even pressure. You can see the oil plug start to rise. There it is, steady pressure, and the oxidized cap is coming through. We'll lift it out and
I'm going to place the loop right over the blackhead and apply slow, even pressure. There it goes. Core is releasing, nice and smooth, and the pore is clear. I'm just going to blot with a sterile swab to clean the area.
I'm placing the loop of the extractor right over the blackhead and applying even pressure. The skin around it blanches as the buildup is pushed up and out of the pore. You can see the plug rising through the loop.
I'm placing the loop over the blackhead and applying gentle pressure. The skin blanches a bit as the plug starts to come up. You can see the dark tip emerging. We keep steady, letting the contents rise on their own.
I'm just going to gently pinch around it. You might feel a little pressure.
Okay, that's fine.
There it goes. You can hear that tiny pop. That's the plug slipping out. And here's the blackhead itself. I'll clean the area and give it a quick wipe.
I'm going to lift this blackhead out with a bit of pressure from the gauze beneath. You can see the core starting to rise. There it goes. Steady, slow squeeze so the entire plug comes out in one piece. And that's it. The pore is clean.
I'm positioning the loop extractor right around the blackhead. A little pressure and you'll see the plug start to lift. There it goes, nice and clean. The pore looks good. I'll blot away any excess oil.
I'm just going to give gentle pressure on both sides and bring the loop over the top. There it comes, steady, slow release. That's the main plug right there, a little bit more. And we'll clean the remainder nice and flat now.
Just going to press around the pore. You might feel a little pressure.
Okay, no problem.
There it comes. And pop. That's the plug right there.
I barely felt that.
Good. I'll clean it up and dab on a little antiseptic. All set, nice and clear.
Gentle pressure from both sides. There we go. The contents are moving up. And there's the release. Now I'm going to keep squeezing to clear the pocket. A little more, and that's the last bit. We'll blot the area and then apply some antiseptic.
Gentle stretch, placing the loop right over the center. Small squeeze here. There it goes. Clearing the rest. Final pass, and a little serum. Perfect. Clean pad to finish.
I'm placing the loop right over the blackhead and applying gentle pressure. You'll see the plug start to rise. There it goes, a smooth, solid piece of oxidized sebum. I'm following it out of the pore and keeping the pressure even so the skin...
We apply gentle, even pressure around this block pore. Watch for the head to release. There it goes, slow, steady squeeze. You can see the keratin plug emerging. That's exactly what we want. Now I'll lift and wipe it away. The pore is clearing nicely. A little antiseptic to